Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we are meeting for our last video group discussion and our last demonstrate our project. So we are from LAX2019 DIY project, group 55. So before we start our group discussion, we need to introduce ourselves first. So let me introduce myself first. So my name is Narifah Binti Ayub and my matric number is 203466.
My name is Amir Hamzah bin Azmi and my matric number is 198380.
My name is Non Rajmi bin Nur Helmi, matric number 199064.
Hello everyone and good evening. My name is Fatih Izzati and my matrix number is 200492.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Fariza binti Syamuddin. My matric number is 20057.
So hi everyone, my name is Nurul Ashanadira binti Usmadi and my matrix number is 200582.
Hello, Assalamualaikum guys. My name is Muhammad Raizat bin Rosi. My matrix number is 203516.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Hasif bin Muhammad Hashim. My matrix number is 200921.
Hello, my name is Shasha Firzana Azmi. My matrix number is 201968.
Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Muhammad Sharifuddin bin Shafri. My matric number is 204304.
Okay, thank you everyone. So now let we move to our group discussion. So for this week, we will have a pair from Hasif and Wahizat. They will present their DIY project, which is about stationery holder. So welcome to Hasif and Wahizat to present their project.
Okay, thank you Arifah for introducing us. So as you guys know, our project is stationery holder. So first let me show our product first. So this is the final result, which is the stationery holder. So here are the pen and yeah, you can see here. Okay, so I will explain on the reason why we chose this project, and while Hasif will present on the steps and the material used for this project. Okay, so there are three reasons why we chose this project. First is because of the cost. So the second reason is because of the function of this project, and thirdly is because of the steps used to create this project. Okay, so firstly, the cost. As you can see, my product here, the main material that we use is newspaper. So as you guys know, newspaper is very easy to found everywhere. Like your home, your father use old newspaper and they just left it right there because the date already late, outdated. So we can use the newspaper. Okay, so actually I can say that this project consumed 0% of our money because while doing this project, we take out 0 ringgit from our pocket to create this project. Okay, so the second reason is because of the function. So this, even though the basic of this project is actually a container, so you can use anything for a container. You can store like makeups or stationery. So other function is actually as a decoration. So I've tried a few places like my room actually. So my room actually like quite nice to put this item, this product. Okay, so lastly because of the step. So the step is actually it's quite challenging for me and Hasif to create this project because of the step is quite crucial, but it turned out so quite nice. I really like this project. So I think it's fun and very challenging. Okay, so next I will pass to Hasif to present on the steps.
Thank you, Rahizat. So I'll be continuing with the material used and the steps to create this project. But firstly, let me share the slide for better visualize understanding about the steps to do the project. There are 5 material used, which is newspaper as the main material, as Rohit said before. The other material is scissor, tape, bottle, and skewer. The first step is to create a stick using newspaper. Divide a piece of newspaper into 4 and roll it using the skewer, and you will get the result as image shown on the slide. It will to make the roll of the newspaper is a bit harder because we have to make sure the size and the length of the stick is the same. For the second step is to create the structure. Overlap to stick to form shape of plus or cross. Place the bottle at the center as the load and make it easier for aging. And then place another stick and begin to weave by folding the stick from here to here. And then we move to the crucial step. This is where the crucial part is. The stick has limited length, so it will be shorter as we folding, as we can see here. So we need to add more stick at the end to increase the length. Also, we need to cut off the excess stick and you will get this as the final result. Lastly, for the base, we have to fold a piece of newspaper based on the size of the weave that we have done it before, and fold it to make it thicker. Then you just insert it into the base. Finally, we will get a final product as shown in the slide. That is from us. If you guys has opinion that wanted to share, all of you can let us. Thank you.
Thank you, Hasif and Rahizat. For me, I guess that is a very nice DIY project. But for me, I have my own opinion. Just we can color open our stationery holder, the newspaper like do the like decorate the holder. And one more and I have a question. What if we change the material that newspaper to the color paper or another paper? Is it still can make it, or it's suitable for newspaper only? Yes, thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Arifah, for the question. So actually, based on my experience, I think newspaper is the most suitable materials, because if you use like what we call color paper or others, the paper is actually quite thick, but for newspaper it's actually quite thin than others. So when you roll it, the structure will not be too thick or too hard. So when you fold it, for newspaper you will be easy to fold it, but For other, I think it will be so hard and so hard. So I think other material than newspaper is not quite suitable.
All right, thank you for the answer. And what do you think about it, Shasha?
I think the stationery holder is very practical, multifunctional, lightweight, simple, ordinary, but still you can see that high quality and beautifully designed. I love the design as it leaves the appropriate space for to keep things inside of it. You can keep pens, pencil, and other stationery supplies neat and tidy with this convenient holder. This holder is very useful for someone who always keep their things organized or who wants to practice. So for this holder, stationery holder, I truly recommend to everyone, especially students, because I think we can do it on our own way and based on what we want instead of just buying it. So maybe you can make it creatively, and that is why I love the DIY project. So I think that's all from me. So maybe Sharif, you want to say something about this holder?
All right, thank you, Shasha. Love your insight. Um, for Hasif and Rohaizat, this project I think is very interesting. I love it so much because when you said that you want to do like container for stationery, right? I was thinking a generic like circular container or maybe a generic square container. But seeing your model when you created it by using newspaper, instead of just wrapping some box with newspaper, you made the newspaper into cylinders, and the way you weave it and the final product becomes like a swirling pattern is very interesting for me. And I really love the design. I love the final concept of it. Just a little maybe improvisation, I think, is maybe you can paint the final product with like watercolor, or maybe I think varnish works too, I think, because I've seen this kind of DIY before. It was like a vase for a big decorative plant, like a big one using newspaper. So that use a lot of newspaper. And I think they finished the product with some kind of varnish to make it look like a wood, like rotan wood, you know. So yeah, that's maybe something that you might wanna consider for the finishing product. And just wondering if maybe instead of using bottle for the measurement, right? Maybe can you also use like a box or something just to make the inside like a bigger, you know, not like a big box, but a square box instead of a circular bottle, right? And then I think it would also be nice if you can make several container and then combine it to make it look like a tower with different compartments, something like that. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for opinion and suggestion.
So, thank you, Sharif. And what about you, Najmi?
Thank you, Arifa. So my opinion on the project is it is overall very good because it saves money. If like Rohaizat said, she literally used zero money to make the project. So assuming that anything happens, say your holder breaks, it doesn't matter because you can just make another one. So in terms of the aesthetics, it's very pretty. How you weave the newspaper in between and how the final product came out is, in my opinion, if I did it, it would give me contentment and satisfaction, like I achieved something, because it looks like it took a lot of effort during the weaving. So next is I would like to ask a question. Assuming that I have a bigger base for the before I weave the newspaper, can I make the stationery holder into different sizes? Assuming that I have different sizes of bottles, say, yeah, and maybe different shapes. Is it possible to weave it into different maybe shapes also?
Okay, as you can see as the slide that Hasif shown just now, actually we weave this stationery holder using the bottle, right? So actually the bottle is actually the measurement of how the inside of this stationery holder will be. So if you use like something which is much bigger, so the diameter of this project will become more bigger. So if you wanted to increase in the diameter or the size of this product, you can actually change the bottle to other which is much bigger bottle or just a box. So actually, I will not recommend to use a bigger size because it will consume much more newspaper. So actually, this small size is better.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. So that's all for me, I think. How about you, Fatin?
Okay, thank you, Najmi. So firstly, personally, in my opinion, I like the project that made by Rohaizat and Hasif. Like Sharif said before, at first when they said they want to make a stationery holder, I thought that it will be like, like we did at primary school using a can and we wrap the can. Like, okay, I expect something like that, but definitely it's not like that. And I like the design that made by Rohaizat and Hasif. I doesn't expect that if we can wave around the bottle, it can make that kind of shape. So it is quite interesting for me because I think it's the first time for me to look at at that design. So and for my suggestion, at first I want to replace the newspaper like I want to decorate it like Arifah said, want to use color paper, but Rohaizat said it is not convenient to use the color paper or any material others than newspaper. So maybe if you want to make the project more beautiful, we can color the newspaper when we wrap it, so it will be more colorful. So it's not just something like a newspaper, right? And other than that, I think this project is very good because it is so what we call friendly environment. We can reuse, reduce, and recycle the newspaper that we have at our home, so it will not waste just like that, right? So we can make the newspaper to make the stationery holder like Rohaizat and Hasif do for their project. And one more thing that I want to add, this is so convenient for the student because the stationery holder can be function and can be put on our study table, and we can just put our pencil, our pen, our stationery into the stationery holder. And like Rohaizat said, not just our stationery, we also can put another things like makeup. For girls, right? We can put our things on the stationery holder. So in conclusion, I think I don't have any question because I clearly have know about this project that Rohaizat and Hasif is doing. Thank you so much. And personally, that's all from me. So thank you for this wonderful project. So how about you, Aisha?
Thank you, Fatin. So firstly, I would like to comment on the design. The appearance of your project is absolutely beautiful. I love it very much, as we can see it is rarer than the ordinary stationery holder. And also from the design itself, we can make ourselves more creative when designing an object. And also due to the complicated design, I would like to ask Hasif, actually, how long did you take to create the stationery holder?
Thank you, Aisha, for the question. The time we will take the time we will take to roll the newspaper is quite longer than we with the newspaper. The time we will take to roll the newspaper is around 30 for 40 minutes, while we with the newspaper that we have done it by around 10 until 50 minutes. Thank you.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Asif. So that's all from me. Do you have anything to say, Fariza?
Basically, I love your DIY project, which is stationery holder, because it solved my problem. Sometimes I lost my pencil, pen is my stationery, and I want to ask one question. Can you suggest how to make it more stable? Because I think if we put more stationery, it can fall down. So,
Okay, I will answer for this question. Actually, for if you like learn the basic of stability, just increase the size of diameter over the base. So actually, if you wanted to for this DIY project to be more stable, just increase the diameter by using large, like Najmi said just now. Just like Najmi wanted it to be just now, which is much bigger. So you can make it bigger but less less height. That's it.
okay, thank you, Isaac.
So, any question from Hamza?
Thank you. So I think the project also exceed my expectation. Like Sharif and Fatin said, I also expect the project to be a more what people always do, like cutting bottle half and then decorate it from there. So instead of cutting the bottle half, you use the bottle as a guide to with the newspaper. So I think that's innovative and creative. So and also I kind of understand why you use newspaper, because one is thin and another one is that newspaper is large. So if you use a A4 paper, you either need a very large of it or you need to buy a new one. So I think using newspaper is a really good idea to save a lot of money. But I have one question is that the base of the stationery holder, I kind of want to suggest that to put a stronger base, because sometimes you want to move the stationery holder to another place. So if there's a lot of stationery inside the stationery holder, it's possible for the stationery to be poked out from the stationery holder. So is there any suggestion to improve on that part?
Thank you, Amir, for the question. I think it's possible to replace the base of the stationery holder by using cardboard to be a base for the stationery holder to make it more stronger.
Yes, I also think that's a good idea. So other than that, I think it's a good project for students right now, because right now we're not using pencil box anymore to bring around. So we can just use this stationery holder and replace our old pencil box. So I think that's it for me today. I think that's it for me. So Arifah?
Anyone to add?
I would like to add, since we're talking about strength, is it possible that when we roll the newspaper and say we have an leftover wire string, that we kind of put the wire string along the rolled newspaper, Then weave. So now when we weave together the rolled newspaper, and inside of the rolled newspaper is maybe a thin wire. So maybe that suggestion would make the structure a bit stronger. Then also you can do that for the base. So it's not consist of only newspaper. It's newspaper and then maybe a thin wire. I think that's about it.
Okay. Uh, thank you for your compliment and suggestion to improve. So we can improve their project if we want to do the project by ourselves. So we can take the idea and we can make a new product for us. So for your information, this is our last video for group discussion, our course LAX2019. So I would like to say thank you for your contribution to our all discussion, and I hope good luck for everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Everyone.
Thank
Okay,
you.
everyone.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Till we meet again.
Bye bye.